Under the pale light of dawn, the forest breathed the way a sleeping giant does, slow, deep, alive. In the middle of it, a newborn elephant lay on the cool earth, legs unsure, skin still wrinkled from the long night that had brought him into the world. His mother stood over him like a moving wall of warmth and patience. With her trunk, she brushed dirt from his back, steady and gentle, reminding him that the ground beneath him was safe. The calf tried to rise. He failed. He tried again. The forest seemed to pause, birds holding their calls, insects quieting, as if everything waited for him to succeed. When he finally stood, wobbling like a tree in a storm, his mother released a low rumble that traveled through the soil. It was not a sound of celebration, but of promise. Days passed, then weeks. The calf learned the language of shadows and light, of leaves that tasted bitter and water that tasted sweet. He learned how to walk beside his mother's massive legs without being stepped on, how to listen for danger in the silence between sounds. The herd became his moving world, warm bodies, familiar scents, the deep comfort of belonging. At night, he slept surrounded, protected by a circle older than memory. Joy found him easily. He chased birds that never waited to be caught, splashed into rivers without fear, and rolled in mud until his gray skin turned dark and slick. His laughter was clumsy and loud, the kind that echoed through trees and startled monkeys from their branches. The elders watched him with calm eyes, knowing joy was as necessary as caution. Then the land began to change. The rivers thinned first, pulling back like frightened animals. Grass cracked beneath heavy feet. The sun stayed longer each day, pressing down until even the wind felt tired. The herd walked farther, slower, dust rising with every step. The calf's games became fewer. His mother's steps grew deliberate, her ears spreading wide as she listened not just to sound, but to the memory of water. One evening, a strange scent entered the air. Sharp, unfamiliar. The elders stopped. The forest no longer breathed easily. Far away, shapes moved where shapes did not belong. The herd tightened, calves guided inward, adults forming a living shield. The calf felt his mother's body tense, felt the ground vibrate with a warning rumble that did not rise into the air but sank deep into the earth. They waited. Time stretched thin, the danger passed without crossing the invisible line drawn by instinct and experience. When the herd moved again, it did so silently, like a shadow learning to walk. At last, water returned to them, not as abundance, but as survival. A hidden pool shimmered under a bruised sky, reflecting tired faces and long memories. The calf drank until his trunk ached, until hope tasted real again. That night, rain arrived softly, tapping leaves like careful fingers. The forest exhaled, seasons folded into each other. The calf grew, his legs strong now, his tusks beginning to curve like unfinished moons. He remembered the drought without fear, the danger without hatred. He had learned what the elders knew, that strength was not only in size, but in patience, not only in power, but in protection. One morning, as the sun lifted behind him, he stood on a rise overlooking the land that had shaped him. The herd moved below, steady and enduring. He raised his trunk, not in challenge, but in greeting, to the wind, to the earth, to the story that would continue long after his footprints faded, and the forest, ancient and listening,